Our next contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit and is an opening round Collision Cup match. Making his way to the ring accompanied by Angelus Lane, from where the wild things are, Alex Castle!
The first couple of Pro Wrestling Collision, Alex Castle and Angelus Lane making their way to a chorus of boos as Castle gets ready for opening round action in the Collision Cup Championship.
Well, you know, Alex Castle has a very interesting story here in Pro Wrestling Collision. He was the last man entered into the tournament. Some in PWC management did not want him in this tournament. And now he's here, and he's got to face a very tough opponent in Ace Hawkins.
That's right, Ace Hawkins, one half of the Collision Pro Wrestling Collision Tag Team Champions.
And his opponent, accompanied by his tag team partner, Brandon Espinosa. From Fort Collins, Colorado, he weighs 175 pounds and is one half of the Pro Wrestling Collision Tag Team champions, Ace Hawkins!
Alex Castle going in for the aggressive start off here. Bell has sounded. Ace barely got his belt off as Alex Castle very aggressive here.
Well, that's the theme of the night. I mean, nobody wants to wait. There's no feeling out process. They want this championship. They have to wrestle 3 matches in the next 2 shows. And there's a very important handspring elbow there by Hawkins.
That's right. You'll see all the opening round matches on this very first inaugural episode of Pro Wrestling Collision. And Castle is discombobulated already. And interesting note about Angelus Lane, she wanted to be a part of this tournament as well.
And we almost had a dive there, Angelus Lane. But Angelus Lane is not someone you want to mess around with. She's also feels she should have been in the Collision Cup. Huge dive there by Hawkins. A beautiful plancha. And you know, the diving offense of Hawkins is going to be huge to take on the bigger Castle.
That's right, Castle, of course, the bigger of the two here. And Hawkins early and up on the top rope. High cross body, beautifully done. And Castle into a headlock now. Stronger of the two as well. Whipped in, reversal. And
kicked it back, shove him right into the middle turnbuckles. Establishing his power advantage is Castle.
That's right, as Angelus Lane cheering him on now. A lot of stomping going on as well.
And I think it's important for Castle, similar to what Matt Cage did earlier in the show, to sort of slow things down and try to battle Ace Hawkins here, the quicker of the 2 men.
And Castle.
And creative director Adam Teston not impressed with Alex Castle's performance thus far. They've had a running feud on Twitter, of all things. Obviously a lot of unhappiness that Castle is in this tournament, but he is here, and I don't know about you, Kevin, but I believe that he deserves to be here. I think he's one of the 8 best that you could possibly have.
That's right, he has proven himself around the Midwest, as has everybody here. And look at this, Angelus Lane doing what she's out here to do, and that is choke Ace Hawkins as the referee is distracted by Hawkins' tag team partner, Brandon Espinosa. And we got to point out, too, Espy's got a match coming up next against Heath Hatton.
And there's potentially a semifinal match with Espinosa versus Hawkins. You have to think about that as you look at the brackets. Potentially, the tag team champions could be battling for the right to fight for the heavyweight title.
Very interesting dynamic going on here in this opening round of the Collision Championship. Pro Wrestling Collision Champion will crown a new champion on our next episode. But right now we're getting opening round action.
And there's a hard whip to the corner.
And
beautiful Rana there by Sykes. He's got to get himself ready here. 15-minute time limit. You got to move.
that's right. Hawkins now planted
the
right
first
into that
DDT.
mat. Yeah, you mentioned it there, Jerome, that these guys don't want to waste any time. There are a lot of pin attempts and hooking of the leg, not a whole lot of cockiness or nonchalant. They want to get this over and get on to that next round, because whoever goes to the finals will have wrestled 3 matches by the end of the night.
Yeah, and although you can say they've only wrestled, 15-minute time limit, these matches are going to take a lot out of you. Even wrestling 5 minutes can take a lot out of someone, and potentially they may not be able to wrestle. Nice combination and a choke slam there by Castle.
Another nonchalant cover this time, though.
Well, Castle's got to hook the leg. That's what he's got to do if he wants to advance. These are the one half of the tag team champions. You cannot expect to pin someone without hooking the leg.
Absolutely. And Castle working on that neck of Ace Hawkins now. He's had some documented issues with his neck and back in the past, as he tries to move that into a pinning attempt to his advantage, but it doesn't work out.
He tries to bridge out, doesn't work because of the injured neck that you just mentioned, and that's a very important point. And I'm sure that Castle realizes that he has an injured neck, and that's why he's working on it.
Alex Castle doing his homework.
A beautiful move there to get out.
Oh! Nice shoulder block right into the midsection. There's a second one, but Castle gets right back up. Ace
Hawkins
with a fist.
Hawkins isn't going to win a striking contest, but it buys him some time.
Absolutely. Takes him down this time. Alex Castle goes down.
A flying hip attack there, and he leaps up and hits the Rana.
Setting him up once again. Springboards off those ropes. Not enough, though, to keep on top.
Well, both men, this has been a hard match already, as the previous two have been. This is a tournament. Angelus Lane distracting Hawkins here, and this may provide at Castle an opportunity. Boot to the face.
Not quite enough. Oh, look at that. He blocks that DDT and drops him right on his face.
Big kick to the back there.
To the side of the head as well. And you talked about the aggression in these matches and how they want to move it on. And these guys, you can already tell, they are spent as well.
And Alex Castle has extra motivation, because if he doesn't win this tournament, there is a possibility the PWC management is going to say, oh, well, you didn't win. You don't deserve to be a part of this company.
That's right. He's got a lot to prove here, as Ace Hawkins gets scooped up relatively easy, but slips right out of it.
Hawkins countering the snake eyes there. O'Connor roll out of the corner, and Hawkins catches himself.
Nicely done.
Hawkins has shown that he loves the crossbody and has used it to his advantage on at least 3 occasions.
Is not able to stay on top, but moves back onto him. Kicks out, though. Both these men, so much on the line here, and Ace looking for some motivation from the crowd. I think he's just about out of it here.
Another crossbody, using that to his advantage. Takes the time to yell at Angelus Lane, and a leaping kick to the face.
And Alex Castle on Dream Street, yeah, he's getting very distracted by Angelus Lane here. Sunset flip,
and he
not
sits
enough.
down the alligator pin. Lane with the support and a 3 count.
Referee Corey Hawes missed it. Angelus Lane clearly had
Alex
Alex Castle's hands.
Your winner by pinfall.
That is highway robbery.
Alex Castle.
PWC management not going to be happy with that, but Alex Castle has to be relieved that he escapes and advances.
Ace Hawkins upset. Brandon Espinosa upset. Not the way either one of these men wanted to see this opening round matchup end.
No, but these are the tag team champions. I look forward to seeing them compete as a team in the very near future.
You bring up a very good point there, Jerome. Espy gearing up for his matchup too. That's coming up next against Heath Hatton.
Pro Wrestling Collision is back in action on Saturday, February 23rd at the Boys and Girls Club of Carbondale. Doors open at 6:30 and bell time is set for 7 p.m. The Pro Wrestling Collision heavyweight champion Heath Hatton will be in action along with your favorite Pro Wrestling Collision stars. Tickets are just $10 for adults and $8 for students and kids 12 and under. Don't settle for anything less than the best. It's Pro Wrestling Collision on Saturday, February 23rd at the Boys and Girls Club of Carbondale. Get your tickets now.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris Hagstrom.
I'm Kevin Huntsberger.
And I'm Adam Testa. And if you're looking for the smartest and snarkiest commentary on professional wrestling, look no further than From the Rafters Radio.
Sometimes Aaron Heller and Chet Smart join us, but, they're not really that important.
That's From the Rafters Radio each Thursday night from 7 to 9 p.m. Central Time at WGGH.net or Monster Radio, 1150 a.m. Got coffee? If not, head to Crossroads Coffee Company in Carterville. But not only do they have a variety of coffee and tea, you can pick up breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime. That includes the Kevin Huns Burger, an 8-ounce Angus burger on a toasted ciabatta bun and topped with homemade chili, pepper jack cheese, waffle fries, and jalapenos. $2 of each burger goes to the American Cancer Society. Check out the new wine and beer selection and be sure to join them for open mic night. Crossroads Coffee Company located off Route 13 in Carterville.